Hello. So welcome to this webinar on how to make profitable tutorials in 4 steps. My name is Carlos Sansonetti, and I'm the host, and my co-host here is Stephen Nipping.
Hello.
So today we're going to go through this process, and this process, has in the past has worked for so many people, and allowed a lot of people to create amazing results. But before we move forward, I would like to make sure that we tell a little bit about me and Steve. So I am Carlos Sansonetti. I'm the co-founder of the tutorial platform CG Circuit, and I'm also a senior technical artist at Blizzard in-game cinematics. And in the past, I've worked from video games, documentaries, visual effects, animation, TV animation, etc. And I have a big passion for teaching, and so that's why I created the platform CG Circuit. And yeah, that's what I love to do. And I love anything rigging and everything animation and visual effects. So that's me, Steve.
I'm Steve. I make the Applied Houdini tutorial series, which hopefully you're familiar with. Maybe not. If you're not, check it out. New lesson just came out last week. That's the plug I was ready to do from the moment this started. Anyway, I've been in the industry for 10 years. I started at DreamWorks Animation. I was at The Mill, Atomic Fiction, and for the last 4 years or so, I've been at ILM. I also really love to teach, and I think you'll find that is a thread that runs through this whole talk. Is not just a desire for profitability, but a desire to teach and to convey knowledge. That's probably the main success factor. So hopefully you're coming here with that too.
Very true.
Yeah, that's me.
Awesome. And both of us have amazing beards.
Yes.
You notice,
And I had more hair in that picture.
Yeah, it's true. That's. I was surprised to see the.
I'm bald now.
I gotta. Yeah.
All right. So next is a little bit about CG Circuit. I'll go through this like really quick. So I'm not sure if you guys, how many of you know of CG Circuit, but it is a tutorial platform, where you can upload content, kind of like YouTube, and allows you to upload different kinds of tutorials, from text tutorials all the way to actual online classes with interaction with students. One of the things that we do is that we help people with promotion of their tutorials. So people that publish on CG Circuit, we help with promotion. And then we also help people bring the content over. So if some people come to us, in the past, a lot of people came from Udemy or other platforms. If they have content there and they want to bring it to CG Circuit, we basically take the content and upload it for them and set it up for them, so they don't have to worry about uploading everything. So because I wanted to skim through CG Circuit, if you have any other questions about CG Circuit, you can contact us at info@cgcircuit.com. So now about this webinar. So this webinar is divided in 4 sections, hence the title. And it's going to be divided, it's going to be between 1 and 2 hours long, though, we're going to try and keep it, between 1 and 1.5 hours. But if it goes, beyond that, I just wanted to make sure that I state that in case you have somewhere to go. And also there's going to be at the end of each step or the end of each section, we're going to, me and Steve are going to have a conversation about that. For example, the first step or the first section is about research. So we're going to have a conversation and see what Steve has done that has been successful for him. And then if you guys have any questions during the webinar, there should be a Q&A button on Zoom. So please use that and don't use the chat to ask your questions. So that way, because basically we are going to collect all those questions. So the questions are going to be all in one spot. And we're going to answer them, though, at the end of the webinar. So at the end of the webinar, we're going to go through the Q&A little window here, and we're going to try to answer all the questions. If we cannot answer all the questions, then we are going to email it directly to you, and so you have the answer. So then this webinar also is going to be recorded. It's being recorded right now, and I'm going to make it available after today for a limited time. I'm going to send out a link to where you can watch it. So now about this process, about the process that we're going to go, we're going to examine, right? So it's a process that I shared in many one-on-one meetings here and there. And again, it's been a great, this process has a really good success rate. So whatever your goal is, if you want to become profitable, if you want to just help people and reach a large audience, the process applies to both of those cases. So, and there's multiple processes around. There's many ways for success. So this is just one that has been proven to be successful. So we're going to go in a lot of detail in research, a lot of detail in how you plan it. So, it might seem overwhelming, but again, this is not the only way to go about it, because you can still start smaller. And that's a lot of times what I recommend, especially if it's the first time you do this, you create content, that is. And also adapt with your audience. So if you are applying this process, but then you get a feedback from your audience that says otherwise, stick with what your audience says, because in the end, that's the audience that you're trying to help, right? And like Steve said, the key thing to success is wanting to help people, is not wanting to sell. All right, so